Hello everybody, back here again with our vlog a day. Today is Tuesday the 12th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning way earlier than I wanted to. Dogs got me up. It was not the best night of sleep. The two little ones, the one does fine, the other one never really shuts up for way too long. From the little simple, oh yeah, just tell him to be quiet. He'll be quiet right now. Did not happen that way. So we ended up having a lot of barking all night long. So then of course this morning woke up barking, which then basically got the big dog riled up, and I was up as well. So got the dog out, got the big one out first, got him in the bathroom, brought him back inside, took the little ones out, got the big one out in the rest of the house, and I hung out with the little ones for a while, jumped in the hot tub. Wife headed off to work. She came out to say goodbye to me, and of course the little one's feet were all wet from the dew, and jumped on her, got her pants dirty. I was like, oh, you little shitheads. So luckily her office she works in, it's not like she's dealing with many clients, if at all, ever in person. So then they got dogs in the office and stuff, so it's not like they're gonna be all too upset about it. But I was annoyed by it, so I was like, come on, you little bastard, just why do you gotta jump on her bed all the time? It doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. So she got off to work, went ahead and got out of the hot tub, got a couple things done, rotated the dogs through, in and out for the day. And the bigger of the two littles, which is a very big little corgi, it was told does not like dogs at all, and including these two will actually fight with each other. So I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and try the other one, see how it gets along with the big dog. So I stuck the corgi in the office, and then I basically brought the big dog and the tiny one in together to see how they get along, and let them introduce each other in the house, because that way if things went a little bit sideways, I could be able to grab them a lot quicker if they can't run around the whole yard. And also add to a little bit of the flooring I have in the house. It doesn't have the best traction, so it's hard for dogs to really get too rambunctious, I guess is the best way of putting it. So, but they got along great. Everything was fine. It was like, cool, let's give that a chance. So I kicked them outside and went out with them and let them run around and play a little bit. And it's funny because the little one has like no concept of size. The little one's like jumping all over and trying to play and jump and run, and the big one is almost like kind of scared of it. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what do you like? You look like a toy. Like, what is happening? So it was interesting to see how they got along. Pretty good for the day. Had them together off and on, but for the most part, just went ahead and put them back up, and then rotated in and out throughout the day. So I was doing it. Had a client reach out, wanting to basically another meet and greet, send a response, or want me to watch their dog, and like a 7-month-old Brittany, and I was pretty excited about it because I used to have Brittany's, used to raise them as a kid. We hunted birds with them, and oh, this would be cool, little puppy. And within a minute, responded back with, hey, wouldn't be a good time for meet and greet. Never heard from him, so like 3 hours later, responded back again, hey, when's got time for meet and greet? And no response at all. So I just said piss on it and archived it because people suck, and yeah, it is what it is. So went ahead from there, in and out with the dogs. In the process of moving around, I had not picked up the little dog's food out of the living room, and before I was letting him out, I forgot to pick it up. Let the big dog back from the master bedroom, come to the bathroom, and then the little one's outside, and then he came in the living room, saw the food, whenever I started sniffing at it, and I kind of hollered, hey, no, it's not yours, ignore. And he gave me like a growl, like he was resource protecting. And that was one of the things when I first started watching him, they'd warned me about. He had done that to them a lot. He like a bunch of things that they had warned me he had done to them that he didn't do here, including when I first started watching him. Like, I was testing these things. Like, they would have to, like, if he had a toy or something, they said don't give him bones, don't give him toys and stuff, because he'll get real protective over them. And they carry around like treats in like a little bag. Let them do all day long, because as soon as he acts shitty about something and they want it, they'll basically give him a toy or give him a treat to get him to drop the toy or move away from something or stop doing whatever. And I was like, well, I'm not carrying around a bag of treats all day, because that's not how I live my life, and I don't bribe dogs to act like normal, animals. So I had just in the past, like, watching him in the middle of eating his food, like he has fresh cooked chicken and rice and kibble all mixed in, and like I'd put his bowl down, step away, walk back in, and there's still like chicken, like real meat in there, kind of thing, stuff he really loves, that I would legitimately just walk back over, just take his bowl away from him, and just pick it up and walk away from him. never gave me issues at all, nothing. But man, this trip has been different. Like, he's been just ornery. So I've been talking to the owners about how bad it's going. They reached out because they're scheduled. The vet can't get him in for neuter until after Christmas, and they have another stay or mid-December before the neutering that is already on the calendar. They want to know if I can still watch him. And I told him, I said, as of right now, I told him about the whole food thing, and I said, as of right now, if things don't get worse, I'll watch him again. But I ain't promising anything, because if things get worse on this trip, then I'm not watching that trip also. Like, I can't. Like, it's just, I'm not putting my safety and my wife's safety at risk for this. And he's wonderful on other dogs. He's just been a turd to us, man. It's just completely unusual. And the sad part is I look back at some of our early messages when I first watched him, and he's doing the things he was doing to them, and they kind of played it off like, oh yeah, this is how we do it. We basically just give him rewards for acting like an asshole, and that's not very smart. But I'm wondering if they've been continuing to do that when he acts like an asshole, and not expecting it from me. I don't know if he's reached that weird 2-year-old age, or I can't remember how old he is, but with an unneutered male, he's become like extra sexual aggressive. I don't know what his issue is, but it is definitely not a fun experience. So yeah, I've been dealing with that, which is so much interesting fun. And after he got aggressive with the food on this trip, and when I scolded him and backed him off, he kind of challenged me a little bit, so I had to go after him pretty hard to kind of make sure he knew I was in charge. But he didn't listen right away like he had in the past, and I decided he's not going to play with the little ones anymore, because it's just way too easy for a dog his size to injure the little one if he was to act up and act poorly. It wasn't like an even fight like him and the Doberman. It would be take a while for one of them to get majorly hurt. I'd get it broke up. Where here, one wrong move, he could really injure or kill that little one. I'm not willing to take that chance. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. It kind of sucks. So been doing a lot of swapping dogs in and out of the house, which has so much more stress to my life. It just, and then I got the little ones that bark their ass off the moment you leave. The moment they leave your sight, like legitimately, I go in the bathroom. If I close the door, the dog loses damn mind, starts barking its head off. So yeah, not fun either. But hey, so is life. It's part of the job. But went ahead and basically decided to go get my run in. So went and got my run done. Got back, got a shower. Wife got home. We had a meet and greet scheduled for 6. Yeah. And talked to my wife. She got home from work and said, hey, would you mind hanging out with these 2 little ones, because I was just keeping them from barking the whole time during the meet and greet, so I can meet this new Burmese mountain dog doodle mix. So yeah, I've watched a couple of those before. Some are great, some are awful. Like, just kind of depends on where it's at. So this is only for daycare, so it's not a real big deal, but still want to meet the dog and see how it goes. So went ahead and asked my wife, so would you rather be outside with him or in the office or in the bedroom? And she said she'd rather be outside with him. I'm like, okay, cool. So went ahead, and they were supposed to text me their ETA when they're heading over. They didn't. I assumed from the text message they probably wouldn't, because they're like, oh yeah, we'll be there right at 6 and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, part of the rule is, like, this is a training thing, that I didn't get into it too much. I figured if we meet and greet goes all right, then I explain to them why I want the text, the ETA, and all that fun stuff. So, but we'll see how it goes down. That's the deal. So went ahead, saw a car pull in, no text message in there on the way, but saw a car pull in, so I assumed it was them, and went ahead and said to heck with it. So was able to get a couple things moved around. Got the big dog stuck in the master bedroom, and got the little dogs outside with my wife. And then afterwards she said, I wish you would have gave me some leashes, because they were being a little barky a couple times and stuff, but not a big deal. I headed out front, met the owners, met the dog, and then the neighbor's dog started barking. I'm just going, of course, the little one started barking. The little one started barking. The big one barked in the bedroom, and it was kind of a little bit of a mess, but it all settled down. And then we headed inside. We chatted a little bit, kind of what they expected. Talked a little bit about just random stuff like cruising, who their travel agent is, and all kinds of stuff like this and whatnot. And everything seemed pretty good with the dog. Just a goofy young dog. He's, I don't know, like 2 years old or some crap. I think their brains don't work right. You know, it's like when you mix the poodle with anything else, it seems like they get extra dumb. I don't know what it is, but they're either super brilliant, which is super rare, or they're super dumb, which is much more common. So And this guy definitely fell into the dumber side, but it is what it is. So they left. I got the rest of the dogs back in. Got the little ones inside. My wife went ahead and put the big one outside. He wanted to be outside anyway, so let him go out there and sniff around because he heard the dark and he thought there was something in the yard, because it's a breeding, it's a bred for protection. That's what the dog does. Like, it's the biggest thing is it wants to stare out in the distance and keep things away from the property. That's what it's designed to do, which makes it a horrible house pet. Not a dog you should have as a house pet, but everybody's got their own ideas of what they think they should have as a dog. So we had leftovers for dinner. Ended up knocking out some vegetables, a little bag of frozen vegetables with the leftover pork chops, and watched a little bit of Young Sheldon. Then I headed back out in the evening and just rotated dogs through and through as the night weared on. So it was all good. Reached out from a client, reached out to me, said they were moving and they needed their key back. They said they needed it back by Tuesday, and this is almost 9 p.m. on Tuesday. And I'm like, well, today is Tuesday, so you need the key back tonight? Like, you guys just now thought you're moving? Like, are you moving to jail? Like, what the hell's going on? And they go, oh, no, I should be more clear. Next Tuesday. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll be able to figure that out. So I told them, I said, I got some dogs that makes it a pain in the butt to leave for long. So not sure when that'll happen. If not, it'll be this weekend. And, you know, I'll get it by Tuesday for sure. But they're more welcome to stop by at any time, pick it up if they would choose that instead. And they said with everything going on, the packing and all that stuff, they're too covered up to run down and get the key as well. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Some of those weird things with like dropping off a key, especially when you're no longer their client. Like, it's like an extra trip. I almost feel like I need to be paid for going over there for it, but they're not that far away. And they've been really good clients, even though it is what it is. So I'll meet them over there, and hopefully when they're there, so we can chat, kind of wish them well in their next adventure. And I think they had like a 100-year-old house they live in that he's not handy and she's not handy either. So they haven't been able to find anybody that does trustworthy, good quality work that fix little simple shit. And I think it's wearing on them. So that's why I moved into a new build community thing. So, but anyway, after that, headed back in, put the dogs down. Of course, the little ones start whining and barking and raising all the hell again, and try to find some sleep. So that's all I got for right now. So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.